Hey, Shawanda. Excuse me. Hey, Shawanda. Welcome into the chat. How you doing today? I'm inside. I just got done. So it's not that hot outside today, but I just decided to come a little bit earlier just in case I decide I want to go twice today. So I'm cooling down. Hold on just a second. What is that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm online. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so I'm a little bit earlier today. I'm doing good today. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm glad it's I hope it's cooling off where you are. I'm glad it's not so hot today. So that's a good thing. It's not so hot today. So I just got done exercising. I'm on here doing my cool down. So sometimes I get on here and do my cool down on Ellie. My elliptical is Ellie. She's Ellie the elliptical. So I get on here and I do my cool down. Sometimes I do my whole cardio on her for like maybe an hour on here. But over the summer I've been just kind of exercising on her during my workout. And then I go outside and I just walk in order to go live and have some time to be live for the channel. So like today, sometimes I'll go live on Ellie and I'll go live in the evening. It just depends on my schedule. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate you. And thank you for those likes to the 2 people that gave me those thumbs up. I appreciate you. You guys know the likes motivate us, okay? They motivate the content creators. I think the likes motivate the chat more than they motivate the content creators. I really do. You know, I don't fuss about them. I don't push them. But again, I appreciate them. And so when you give them to me, thank you, okay? That's not the only way you can support. You can support by subscribing if you have not done so already. After you subscribe, please ring my doorbell, better known as the YouTube notification bell, so that you will know every time I go live or upload a short. Because I'm primarily a shorts channel. It's raining. Okay. It's raining. So hopefully that'll be a good thing, Shawanda. Hopefully if it's raining, it'll cool down. It'll cool everything off. So hopefully it cools off after the rain. You know, I love it when it rains. I love it when it rains. Like, I don't know, I tell everybody who knows me knows that the ocean sounds. I love going to the ocean. Those are my number one. That's my most, as far as like an ASMR, relaxation, cooling, that's my favorite sound, the ocean. And rain is a close second. I love it when it rains too. You know, just the tapping of the rain. Whether it's tapping, you know, the roof of your house, just the car. I love to hear. I can sit in my car while it rains and not be in the garage. Just sit outside in the rain and just let it tap. I like walking in the rain. Sometimes I'll walk in the rain. Hey, Jill. Jill says, hey, LionsPride, commuting. Me and Ellie just cooling down, Jill. Commuting and listening. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Our moderator, Jill's Comfort Zone, is in the chat. Please check out Jill's Comfort Zone. And if you don't know, registration for her second annual poetry contest has begun. Started September 1st. I think she still has some slots available. So check out Jill's Comfort Zone. Okay? Okay. Go over there real quick. Check her out. And you can sign up. You can register, okay? Follow the directions to register. So yes, I'm on Ellie today. Y'all know how to do Ellie. Ellie is a part of my workout routine daily. But sometimes I'll come on here with Ellie. Because that's my best friend, right? Let me tell y'all something. Y'all better find you a best friend. An inanimate best friend, okay? Find you a best friend that doesn't talk. Okay, and technically they don't listen, but hey, hey, for the purposes that you need, for healthy purposes, imagine that picture your best friend, your inanimate object, being able to hear and listen to you, okay? Picture them being able to listen to you. Because if you want to talk, if you want to express yourself, your best friend is an inanimate object, okay? Of course, your best friend is God, first and foremost, and family. But God, family, and then find you that inanimate object that brings you joy, okay? And Ellie brings me joy. Hey, Stefan. Hey, bro. Hey, LionsPride. Hey, everyone in the chat. How you doing, Stefan? Happy Thursday to you guys. Happy Thursday to each and every one of you. Yep, I'm on here today. Look, Stefan, I'm on Ellie today. Okay, I'm on Ellie for my live today. You know I can't neglect Ellie for too long. She'll start to cut up. And she cuts up by every time I pass by, you know, or I get done with my workout. She's like, "You're not going to take me on live today?" I'm like, "Today, yeah, Ellie, we're going live today." So yes, Ellie and I are just cooling down from my earlier workout. Was off today, slept in, got up, worked out, and now we're cooling down. So, yes, I make good use of Ellie. Let me tell you, I make good use of Ellie. She's not just a piece of workout equipment. Again, she's my best friend. She won't lie to you. The numbers that you see, they tell you a lot. When its scalp starts to scan, the speed tells you something, the distance. She's fair, the timing. She's not going to lie to you. Your calories burned. She's not going to lie to you, and your pulse rate. Because as we're working out, especially with cardio, you need to know what your pulse rate is. Your pulse rate is your heart rate. You need to know what that is. Because there's a such thing as a target heart rate. And for your age, you shouldn't go over that. Okay? There's a heart rate range that you should stay within, depending on what your goals are. Whether you want to just exercise for fitness, or if you want to lose weight, there's a range, okay, that you should be in. But there's also a maximum. There's a maximum heart rate that you shouldn't go over for your age, okay? So you guys, we drop nuggets over here, informational purposes only. Look those up, target heart rate, maximum heart rate for your age. There are a couple of formulas that you can use to determine what that is so that you won't overexert yourself, okay? So that you won't overexert yourself. You're okay today? Uh-oh, what's okay, Stefan? Jill wants to apologize how I acted in your chat. Thanks for checking my behavior. Sorry again. What happened? Stefan, I know you didn't do it. Stefan, that threw me for a loop. That threw me for a loop. Look, I don't know what happened. Okay? And if you're not comfortable, because Jill is listening, you don't have to discuss what happened. Because I don't know what happened. See, so I know I love both of y'all. So, whatever happened, I'm sure it's something that you guys can get past. Look, get over. Look, you're going to get past it one way or the other. You're going to get over it. You're going to go up under it and come out on the other side. You're going to go around to the left or around to the right. And you're going to come out on the other side. Because both of you have good hearts. Okay? So whatever it was, I know that it wasn't. I hope it wasn't too bad. I don't think it could have been too bad. Stefan is good. He's all about positivity. Y'all know how sometimes you get misunderstandings in the chat. Or sometimes we'll say something that is really, really not meant to be hurtful or harmful. And maybe it'll come across as that way to the content creator or someone else in the chat. And you just got to explain. Just explain. You know, sometimes because we're typing, there's a lot that goes into tone. We talked about that before. Typing tone is just like writing tone. Writing has a tone. Typing can carry a tone. Right? I made a joke that was not appropriate. Oh, okay. I got you. See, it was a joke. So maybe it didn't go over in Jill's chat, but in another chat, maybe it would have been fine. So I figured it was something that we could come to a medium about. Okay. So I'm glad. Jill, I see Jill laughing already. What Jill say? It's all good. I'll say, see, that's what I'm talking about. She said it's all good, Stefan. It's all good. It's all good. Jill said Stefan is cool with her. I was laughing. See, I told you Jill was laughing already. And she probably was laughing then. You know, as content creators, sometimes when we see certain things in the chat, I think a lot, well, this is how I am. If I see something in the chat that I could probably take the wrong way, and even if I wouldn't take it the wrong way, if it's something that I identify that I think maybe the app would take the wrong way, or people in the chat will take the wrong way, I'll kind of like, temper it down. I'll temper it down too. So I don't know if that was the case with the joke, but the case now is that it's all good. Okay, it's all good. It's all good. Stefan says, oh, okay, I was just making sure. Okay, good. See, y'all know how I am. I usually say don't bring any conflict into the chat. If you got a conflict going on, go back to where the conflict happened and address it in that chat. That's what I often say. But there is an asterisk I could put by that. It depends on who it is. And with it being Stefan and Jill, I figured it was something that could be like worked over, smoothed over, or maybe it wasn't as serious as one thought. And maybe it was, but still, when you have two mature adults, it can be worked over. So I don't mind that at all. I don't. So it's all good. Thank goodness, it's all good. That's what adults do. That's what we're supposed to be teaching younger adults to do. That's what we're supposed to be teaching children to do. I get so frustrated when I see, sometimes, like, not to hammer on this because this was the example and y'all are good and everything is cool, but whatever the joke was, some jokes are like totally innocent, but they're totally innocent to you, maybe not to the next person. And they're not even a joke. Some things are totally innocent. And even once you explain that you meant no harm or you kind of break it down, you have some people that still just doesn't sit well. So in that case, I'm just like, well, okay, I know next time, can we just squash it and move on? Can we just squash it and move on? So what I don't like is, though, when people do something and someone says, I have a little problem with that or an issue with that, and the person who did it gets mad. I learned, when I was younger, I probably would have got mad about something, but I've learned that over the years, just dealing with people, even when I thought something was a molehill, another person could have thought it was a mountain. Even when I thought something was a mountain, the person could have thought it was a molehill. So I expect understanding on both parts. Like, it may be something I might walk away from the conversation thinking, dang, he got mad about that. But I still have to be attentive to other people's feelings. Even if I still, at the end of the day, if I still don't think it's a big deal. Our live, a couple of days ago, I think it was the day after Labor Day. Was it Tuesday? We had a couple of young people in the live. Stefan, you remember the young lady and a couple of young men that were in the live? They were real young. But they were smart. They were smart. They were talking about things with the at least the way they typed it. They were talking about things with a maturity level that a lot of adults don't have or they don't utilize. Yeah, it wasn't that serious. Yeah, see, I'm gonna tell you now, that's how Jill is. She's gonna tell you if it's not that serious, and she's gonna tell you if it is. She's gonna tell you if it is. But yeah, we had a couple of young people in the chat a couple of days ago, and they were really smart. And if they, how sometimes people can come off as smart. I think they were really smart. I really do. Young lady and a couple of young men, because the stuff that they were putting in the chat, some of it was a little deep. Some of it was not all of it was deep, y'all. But it was just things as young adults and young teenagers. One of them was a young teenage football player. The things, or I know people can disguise themselves, but but I think that they were who they were. Because I looked at their channels, and they kind of seemed like they were on the up and up of who they were. But they were really smart, y'all, very intelligent as young adults and young kids. And that's why I often say, what are we teaching them? But look, there's a lot of times we can take cues and learn from young adults and children, okay? Hey, Alice. Alice, hey, LionsPride, mods in chat. Happy Thankful Thursday. That's right, happy Thankful Thursday. Y'all know what I like to say, Thoughtful Thursday, Thankful Thursday. What are your thoughts for this Thursday? Do you have any new thoughts? Things that you just kind of sit sometimes and you don't really have anything on your mind. And then you start thinking about things. You become kind of thoughtful when you have some free time just to kind of sit down, relax, release, relate, resolve, rejuvenate, refocus, reset, restart. Those R words I like to use over here. Sometimes when we take the time to kind of sit down and do those things, we start to think about things. A lot of times we think about things that are quirky. Like, I wonder how this happened. And it could be something really silly. And then sometimes we get into deep thought. That's why I always encourage you guys to take some me time. Just like I say, keep moving consistently for 30 minutes each day. Also take you like 15 minutes, 30 if you can, to just have some me time. Maybe that can be while you're exercising. And maybe it can be when you just kind of sit down at the end of the day to relax, release, relate, rejuvenate, even mentally especially, right? To resolve some things. If you can, everything can be resolved. Some things just have to, it is what it is, or they resolve in their own time, right? So you refocus, you refresh, you rejuvenate, and you get ready to restart, right? You even regroup. So hey Alice, welcome into the chat. Thank you guys for welcoming Alice in and speaking. Jill and Stefan says, hey. Stefan says, Jills, I'm glad. I'm glad B let you run away. That B. I caught that on the replay. Stefan. Alice says, so true. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta, and that's to me, like I always say, the app wasn't meant for bad. Now, you can have people come on and make it bad. And when I say people, I mean from the top dogs in society to just the average working class person to the person who does nothing all day. Okay? So don't think a job or someone's intellect, somebody's education will stop them from acting out on an app. Because most times it will, but a lot of times it won't. So I'll say a lot of times it won't and a lot of times it will. Because there's so many of us, I don't like to say most. I'll say a lot. Because there are a lot of people who don't care anything about that. And they just come on and they do whatever. And there are a lot of people who do. They do care about that. They care about their image. They care about the way they present themselves. But, that being said, all of us, no matter what walk of life you're from, all of us are human, right? And then there's only so much you're going to take at times. There's only so much you're going to take. There's only so much you're going to deal with. That's at home. That's at work. That's on an app. Right? That's on an app. So sometimes you need a break. And sometimes you don't need a break. Sometimes you just need to, stand on what you stand on. And keep moving. That term, keep moving, can be applied to a lot of things. Right? I like to tell you guys to keep moving for 30 minutes. Strive for 5. Strive for 5. There are a lot of things I like to say, because I like to have some originality, okay? And I equate my workout, I equate a lot of things in life. Totally opposite things. I find myself equating them, okay? Or using them to kind of explain to other people how I feel. What? Alice said, so true. And Jill laughing about that beat. Jill, I was looking. And Jill said that B, she was like, I got on yellow. Jill, when you said you had on yellow, I hollered. I was like, Jill, what you doing with that yellow on? And that attracts those bees, you're allergic. But shoot, we don't think sometimes. Sometimes we don't think. We just, we just head out of the house and go to work. We don't think a bee's going to come attacking while we're doing our walk. So Jill was doing her walk out. And that bee said, okay, we're going to see if you can walk it a little bit faster. And Jill showed him what she could do. Okay. Jill showed that B what she can do. So, yeah, guys, keep moving consistently for 30 minutes each day. There's nothing wrong with doing it 7 days a week, but strive for 5. Strive for 5. That way, if you miss a day or 2, you've at least done the bare minimum of 3. Okay, and if you're just starting, 2 or 3 days is fine. 2 or 3 days is fine. And my personalized disclaimer, because, when you're disseminating information, you want to make sure everybody's not... See, YouTube doesn't give us degrees, certifications, or certificates, right? But our states do. For those of us who have those, our states do. So when you put out information, you disseminate information to the masses, because you never know who's going to see your video. You have to let them know. Whatever you see me do or say, do so at your own risk, okay? What we're doing is just for informational purposes only. We're dropping nuggets. The chat drops nuggets that I pick up. I hope that I'm dropping nuggets sometimes. So that being said, you always want to check with your primary healthcare provider, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant, your weight trainer, your fitness coach, okay, your nutritionist, your dietitian, okay, your occupational therapist, your physical therapist. Check with all those people. They lock arm in arm and create a circle around you. They're an atom and you are the nucleus of that atom. So you're the nucleus. So the main focus is you. If at any time you don't feel good, slow down and or stop. Okay, go back, talk to them, let them know what's going on, and you guys can modify the plan. Because I don't know any healthcare provider that doesn't want you to move to some degree, but sometimes your movements have to be modified, right? Depending on how you feel. Okay, so that's that. We do that every live, and if I don't do it in the live, check out the description. It will be in the description, okay? Because again, there's this thing called continuing education. And those of us who have certain certificates and licenses and things like that, we have to get that continuing education sometimes, depending on what your job is, yearly, and sometimes most of us every 2 years. So because information changes. So I never run and say anything that I hear somebody else say on YouTube to people on YouTube. Now, some of the things I say other people may be saying, but that's just coincidental because of what we're doing is going to happen. But make sure that you are well-versed and well-educated before disseminating information. Okay? So I thank you guys for coming through here on this Thankful Thursday, this Thoughtful Thursday. And just think, again, sometimes during your free time, when you're taking out that time for yourself, just think about the small stuff. Think about the stuff that's not so small. Think about ways to be a better you today than you were yesterday. How you're going to try and be a better you tomorrow, God's willing, than you were today. What's going on, bro? Let me stop. Big Kane with the eyes. Y'all, say hey to Big Kane, please. Hey, Big Kane. Stefan says, I'll be back going into the store to shop. Okay, Stefan, thank you, bro. Come on back. Alice says, you are so full of wisdom and lines. Thank you, Alice. Alice, I try to be. I really do try to be. And it just comes from interactions with people. Now, sometimes, like I always say, nobody's perfect. Nobody's just right, just from the east to the west, from north to south. Okay? Sometimes you have to step out of character. Sometimes you have to step out of a bag. But I don't like that, because when you do that, it brings negative energy to your platform. And sometimes that's what people's goals are. Even though they won't say that, that's what their intentions are. You have to think about your platform, what you've never done, what you haven't done, what you won't do, and what you will and won't allow. And a lot of times people aren't happy with what you will and won't allow or how you act on your platform. So sometimes you just have to, you have to do what you have to do. But once it's done, you try to keep it moving, just like you do with exercising. Keep moving. Because believe it or not, nobody will ever admit that. And sometimes you never know. Some people will. But people will see something a certain way and they don't like it. And they feel like, oh, they can't be that positive, or they can't be this. What is wrong with that? There's enough negativity in the world. You see what's been going on lately in the news. There's enough negativity, and maybe they aren't that positive. But when they come to their platform, that's an area that they want to keep positive, and they want to keep it pleasant as possible. So they have a certain way that they run it, and they have certain things that they allow. They have certain things that they want and don't want. And they're right. Because what? Google through YouTube through Google allow each of us to have a free platform to do as we choose. And if there's a platform that you don't agree with, the best app option in the world is to scroll. That scroll feature, I ain't never seen nothing like it. I ain't never seen nothing like that scroll feature. It's the best thing to have. Big Kane says, hello, ladies. Uh-oh, he throwing kissing faces. Thank you, Big Kane, bro. I'm just messing with you, Kane. Thank you for coming through. You know I appreciate you. You know, sometimes, you know, you just have to handle your business. And even when you handle your business, try to stay in accordance to the way you want to be. Right? Try to stay in accordance to the way you want to be. But as humans, sometimes we can come out of character. And we can, you know, just have to say, hey, hold on, pump your brakes, wait a minute. But, you know, some people, they don't, that doesn't like jive with them. That doesn't jive with them. The one thing you'll never see me doing or hear me doing, I may have an opinion that I'll keep to myself, or if they ask, maybe some suggestions, but you'll never see me get livid about somebody else's platform and the way they conduct the platform. That's insane. That is insane. But what I do is because I noticed at one point some things I was saying was getting like repeated verbatim. Some things you have to know exactly what you're talking about because you're disseminating information to a lot of people. And that's why I always try to keep the information that I put out like as simple as possible. It's honestly things that the average person would know if they're into fitness at all. Or if they're into, you know, exercising and health. Because before anybody starts, not only do you need to do those things that I always say as far as your healthcare professionals, like your specialty doctors as well. I don't know if I said them. But you need to just know for yourself. Because you may, you know, you want to be able to take questions to those people. Right? You want to be able to take questions to those people. You want to be able to learn new things on your own. You really do. Listen to Ellie, y'all. She acting, see, I guess Ellie, I'm not going to go faster on you. See, it's cool down time. And Ellie over here squeaking. She had a nice little pace, a nice tone at first, kind of like an ASMR kind of tone at first. But now Ellie over here is squeaking. See, see, when she starts squeaking, you see that? She wants me to move the legs a little bit faster. She wants me to move the legs. You'll feel her move, but you don't hear the squeaking. But listen to this. Look at her. You slow down. What do you hear? The squeaking. She's been oiled up, lapped up, salved up like butter. She has WD-40. But sometimes when you go slow, listen to her. She shows out. She squeaks. So anybody catching this live replay, excuse Ellie. Ellie is my best friend, y'all, and I'm going to keep Ellie for as long as she wants to be kept. I'm going to keep Ellie for as long as she wants to be kept. Look at her. Go a little faster. You catch a squeak here or there. You see that? See, she gets in the rhythm, Alice. Look at her. Smooth sailing. She ain't about to work me. She already worked me about an hour ago. But look. She hadn't squeaked yet. I guess I warmed up a little bit. I warmed up a little bit. You start going slow, she starts to squeak. I'm not fooling with Ellie. I'm telling y'all, that's why she's my best friend. I just got done kind of fussing a little bit, and she didn't say a word. Because she was like, I'm going to squeak when I want to squeak. See, there she goes. There she goes. There she goes. Ellie, I'm done. I'm not going to keep on. I'm not going to do this with you. You know we're done. This is a cool. Look, Ellie and I are done for today. We've done the workout. She was a part of my hour-long workout. I use Ellie to warm up. I throw like 20 minutes in with her during my workout. Like when I go from arms, before I go to abs, I jump back on, do like 20 minutes, then go to abs and do back. Then in the end, I cool down with Ellie. So Ellie ain't about to work me. So this is our third go around today. The warm up, the mid workout, and now we're cool. Listen at her. Listen at her. Boy, I tell you the truth. I tell you the truth. See, she doesn't talk. This is her way of talking. This is her way of talking. I tell y'all, it's good to have an inanimate object as a best friend. Because I'd much rather put up with the squeaking than to put up with her back talking me. I'd rather put up with the squeaking than to put up with her back talking me. Now when she gets real bad, it's just like she's back talking. But I still love Ellie because again, she's not gonna lie to you. Those numbers on Ellie don't lie. The only time they lie is if that battery needs changing. The only time they lie is if that battery needs changing. She said, "You are not the boss of me." I know. Alice, right. She like, you talk all that mess that you want to about, I don't talk back. I'll show you. She's like, you can talk all the mess you want to about me not talking back, but I'll show you. I'm like, okay, and what can I do? See, I can't do anything. It's kind of like the way you and your best friends are supposed to be, and most of us are with our best friends for real. We take it. Just like she said, she got to take it, right? She got to take it. So all I can do is take it. All I can do is take it. All I can do is take it. So guys, you know, the first day of fall, I don't know if it's the 20th or the 21st, but it's September, and September, toward the end of September, got like a week and a half or so of fall. But of course, that first month or so is still kind of hot. But depending on where you live, you know, it gets better. Like lately, the past couple of days, most of us have had cooler days. And when I say cooler, I mean, instead of being 92 and up, it's probably like 85 to 90. Some of us may still be hitting 92 because it's August. I'm telling you, August is no joke. It's hurricane season. It's August. And like I always say, to me, August is the hottest month of the year. Now, there may be some years where July maybe tips it off and they're the hottest. But I think what it is that June is hot. And then July hits us with that heat. And so by the time August rolls around, a lot of us have been used to it and we're just so over it and we're just ready for it to cool down. But if you really look at your numbers, wherever you live, August is probably going to be the hottest month on average in your state. Yes, it is. Yes, it's September. It is September. It's September. And it's like, well, I think it's maybe the 20th or the 21st. I always get the dates mixed up because I know it's usually like the 20th or 21st. I think very seldom will it be like the 22nd of the month. But maybe on a leap year, one of the seasons will be the 22nd. And this is a leap year. So it's like, fall starts toward the end of the month. So for like maybe the 21st through the 30th and then on, it's fall. And it's so funny that winter actually starts like the 21st or something like that, just 4 days before Christmas. But in a lot of places, again, it depends on your climate, your region. It may be freezing before Christmas. Thanksgiving, which is still fall, may be freezing. But in some places, like Florida, it may be 70 degrees. It may be 70 degrees. Hey, Jordan. Jordan says, how are you, LionsPride? Liked and shared you out. I appreciate you, bro. I definitely appreciate you. A great unboxing that you had earlier today. I shared that out. You guys, please check out the J Jordan for more fitness and exercise tips. He's great with that boxing bag. Hey, he strikes up his own cadences. You know, and that makes the workout fun. And even when he's just doing cadences, it's something that you can kind of work out to. He's using the step. I love my stepper. The stepper, you know, you have a mini stepper kind of like this, but I'm talking about your platform. You can get that step aerobics platform and it'll work you. It'll work you. Okay. So please check out Jordan if you guys want to see some other amazing things being done with that boxing bag. Okay. With boxing in general. And I'd say ladies, go over there and check out some of those jabs and those hooks and those uppercuts. See, you got to take those self-defense classes. And the things that he's doing over there when he's doing his boxing, it's basically kind of like a self-defense. Now, you ain't going to be out there trying to box nobody for real. But, hey, those moves come in handy. I learned that, okay? You go and you start taking some boxing classes. I started doing that when I was younger. And then you keep them up off you. You know what I'm saying? You keep your distance. You keep a little speed to you. And you jab. Okay? You jab, hook, upper. You get them before you get them before they know it. But in a true self-defense class, yeah, they're going to teach you some things other than that that'll help you. So I suggest that all ladies and men take you a good self-defense class. Men, you guys are strong. You probably don't need it as much as we do, but I do suggest anybody to take them one. Take them one. Jordan says, thank you so much. Thank you so very much for the kind words. You're welcome, Jordan. You're welcome. It's true, y'all. Go over there and check him out with that boxing bag, okay? Alice says, I have to check you out at the J. Jordan. Yes, Alice. He's very, very positive. He'll check a troll in a minute, though. He's had to check a troll, Jordan. Some troll dropped in the chat. What was that, Jordan? Like maybe a little over a week ago. It was so funny. Jordan checked him real good. See, it's always the trolls that probably sit on the couch all day and do nothing. It's always the trolls that sit on the couch and do nothing, or that want to come along and discourage you, right? But you can't let them discourage you. You know what you're doing. You know the benefits of what you're doing. You know how what you're doing has helped you. And so you can't let that bother you, because there's always somebody somewhere looking to try to tear you down. It is. They're looking to try to tear you down, or they're looking to try to expose that, oh, you can't be that this, or you can't be that. There's always somebody doing that. And so Jordan checked him real good and kept it moving. Okay? He kept it moving. Jordan laughing. Alice, you're welcome, Jordan. Alice says, trolls have nothing better to do. Right, they have nothing better to do. That's why, like, I think the past couple of months I've been saying, if they paid trolls would be richer than the content creators. And I know every content creator isn't rich, but I'm just saying, financially, in a financial sense, if they paid trolls, a lot of trolls would be very successful financially. Look at what they do for free. Jordan says, I was talking about you today, LionsPride. Where are you, Jordan? I gotta go. Was it in your live? Because I saw your unboxing when you took the when you were explaining how to use the oh my God, what is the ticker? I saw that. I didn't catch. I was kind of working out, so I didn't catch everything you were saying, but I saw it, and I heard a little bit of it because I was making noise, and then I shared it out. So I might have just missed it if you mentioned me in that live, but it may have been another one. Let me know which one it is. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, and thank you for always being supportive. Alice said, some of them would probably be billionaires. Exactly. If they were being paid. Alice, I say it all the time. If the trolls got paid, it wouldn't be any money left for the content creators. Because look at how well they do what they do for free. Look at how well they do the things that they do for free. Look at how much fun they have. Look at how they enjoy it. They come in and they say the ugliest things. They say the rudest things. And you just gotta like, really? And sometimes it ticks you off just to know that somebody has that time to do that. But sometimes I just think of it as, sometimes it's kids being kids, even though kids can be cruel. Because think about it, when we send our kids to school, kids can be cruel. And we're praying for the families in Georgia, guys. We're praying for those families in Georgia. Where 4 people, sadly, the ultimate was committed against them, and several other people injured. So we're praying for them, and their families, and their classmates, and their co-workers, their community. Just praying for their community, praying for their state, just praying in general, praying for everybody. Okay, even if you don't know them, you just pray for good things and for bad things like that not to happen. Okay, not to happen. Joy says, "Oh, you good on that one? It was too short. People came by and was like, wow." It is, yeah, it was, because I was surprised because Jordan, I didn't hear anything for a minute, and I ran back over, like I was doing arms today. So I put my dumbbells down. I looked over, and they had what do you call it when the next video is about to play? What do you call that? Oh my goodness, whatever. The video was over, and I was like, it's done. It was over. Hi, Betty. Welcome in Retirement Days. How are you doing? You guys, please, if you have not checked out my moderator Jill's Comfort Zone, my Chef Finest Wine, Rock Just Living, please check them out. Rock is great with the vlogs, y'all, and she does a lot of self-care, a lot of skin care. She spends a lot of family time. She's a nice She has her time where it's just rock, and then she has her time where she's spending time with family, and she's just enjoying herself and sharing things with us. She's decorating. I have always told Rock she is multi-talented. You know, she's an all around. She's truly what we call a variety channel. Okay, but she has her own flair. She does it her own way, and y'all will love her accent. Okay, y'all will love the New Orleans accent. Check out Chef and Jill when it comes to that cooking. You need to know what you want to cook today. They got stuff that it'll take you a minute to prepare, but guess what? They got some stuff that you could probably run into your kitchen and find it in your kitchen and just figure out a new way to do it that you haven't done it before. So check out Chef Finest Wine. Check out Jill's Comfort Zone. Jill is multi-talented, and Chef is too, because his name is Chef Finest Wine, and his channel reflects what it says. But he also does celebrity news, celebrity interviews, along with his partner, Roland's Reviews. Check her out. Jill, of course, is having that poetry competition, her second annual poetry competition. Well, registration opened up September 1st. So if you are into poetry, maybe you want to just try your hand. Maybe you haven't done it before. Okay, that's okay. Look, sign up. Make sure she has enough slots, but go to her channel and check out her channel for more information, okay? Who else? I don't have a lot of moderators, y'all, because we don't really need a lot of moderators over here. Those are people who I truly respect and have been around since day one, and I listen to them. I'm hard-headed. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm hard-headed, and they will tell you that I'm hard-headed, but I respect what they have to say. Okay, I respect what they have to say. So y'all, please check them out. You know, support good positive content, because good positive content is it doesn't get the support that the negative stuff gets. The Jay Jordan fitness is all over him. You know, he goes out walking as well. He does the certain like mile walks and things like that. He's in the park. He's in his home. Jordan is everywhere. He travels. So, you know, check out something that's interesting and fun, you know. And of course, we all like a little drama. We like some drama, but we got to know, you know, where to place things. Like each thing has a box, right? And well, that's for me. I like to keep things in a box. And some of my boxes are smaller than others. So yes, we do like a little drama, just like we like a little comedy. We like a little romance. We like a little action. So keep for your mental state, your mindset, your peace of mind, peace of heart, keep your drama in a smaller box. Okay, you don't have to listen to me. That's just my advice to you. Keep your drama in a smaller box. Okay, keep it in a smaller box, and be careful where you go. You know, be careful where you go. Be careful where you maneuver. Like I always tell you guys, if you find yourself in a lounge, in a place, in a spot, in a house, in a home, on a platform that you realize you don't belong, GYGAG, grab your grip and go. GYGAG. Okay? Grab your grip and go. I told y'all I equate things to the weirdest things. It's just like I say the word radar. Y'all know I love R words. RADAR. When I think of my exercising, the R is my stretching. The A is my warm up. The D is my workout. The other A is my cool down. And the last R is what? My stretching. You start how you end. Start with R, end with R. Start with stretching, end with stretching. Okay? So yeah, I come up with things because I like being different. But then that's just how I am in general. That's how I am in general. Okay? Another thing with my workouts, what? My warm-up is my appetizer. My workout is my entree. My cool down is my dessert. And most days I come on here and do a second cool down. So that means I get a second dessert, right? I get a second dessert because I get to interact and network with like-minded people. Hopefully they will be like-minded people. You just never know. You never know. With a box of chocolates, you never know. You might get the chocolate with the chocolate covered cluster with peanuts, with pecans, however you pronounce it. You might get the one with the cherry filled filling. I don't want that one. You might get the one with the caramel filling. You might get the one that's caramel with chocolate inside. You just never know what you're going to get in a box of chocolates, right? So if you find a box of chocolates and you don't like that particular box, look, try a different box. Try a different brand, okay? Try a different box. try a different brand. And if you are a content creator, look at your channel as, something that you would like to brand. Okay, brand it the way you would like to brand it. Look at your channel as something that you would like to brand. Brand your channel in a way that you want people to see you. When they think about you, they think about that part of your channel, the things that go on with your channel. Rock, to me, has branded her channel. I think of a couple of things. I think of family time. I think of vlogging. And vlogging could be anything, but with her, I specifically think of blogging with family, or sometimes just a vlog with her. She'll take you to find some material when she makes her bonnets. Okay, Jill is going to give you the contest to kind of keep you motivated and keep you encouraged to have some fun and promote some variety for her channel. She's going to show you how to cook. She's going to drop those cooking videos. And let me tell you, if you want to know how to season something, you better go over there to Jill's Comfort Zone and Chef Finest Wine, because they're going to tell you how to season their food. They're going to tell you how to season their food. You want to know about fitness? Hey, check out the J. Jordan. He's going to show you what it's like to be fit and fabulous. Okay? Betty, retirement days. Betty from retirement days cooks as well, guys. She doesn't cook as much as I see Jill and Chef cooking, but she does cook, and she bakes. She bakes things. So please check out Betty from retirement days. She works, and she does YouTube. So I don't see Betty on here a lot, but I see her on here enough to know and remember her, and to know that she's very supportive. So you guys, please check Betty out as well at retirement days. Okay, so she's usually cooking or sharing some family time with us as well. Alice laughing. Alice says, right. No parent should have to worry about whether the child would be. Yeah, okay. Alice, you just send them to school to learn. You send them to school to, just hope that they can soak up all the knowledge. You're just hoping when school starts, you're just hoping and praying that they get a great teacher or a good teacher. She doesn't have to be great, just a good teacher, a teacher who's concerned and who cares, at a school with a principal who does the same, who has counselors that do the same, who have other teachers, not just their homeroom teacher, or not just if they're really small, just not the teacher that they're with all day, because sometimes they change classes and stuff like that, even in elementary school. So you're just hoping to get quality teachers, whether they're good or whether they're on the level of great. You're just hoping to get quality teachers, and you're hoping that they learn, and you're hoping for them to have fun during recess, to have fun in the class, because a lot of teachers make their classes fun. They tend to realize that kids, they're more active in the classroom discussion when it's fun and when it's done in a fun way. Now, will everybody be the fun, happy-go-lucky teacher? No. But everybody has their own personality. But that's what you send your kids to school for things like that. Not to have that to happen, not for them to be bullied, which we know bullying happens. Bullying does happen. And hopefully when bullying happens, it's nipped in the bud and it's stopped completely. Because you never know what somebody who is being bullied will do to themselves or to other people. And sometimes kids do things and they're not being bullied. Sometimes they're the bully. So if you know that your child is a bully, you're starting to get enough information. Things happen. Who was the initiator? If it was your child, don't ignore it. Don't act like, no, it's not my child. Because sometimes your child can be sweet as sugar at home, but you never know. His sister or brother may be bullying him. So he goes to school and bullies the other kids. You just never know. You have to have those discussions with your kids. Ask them what's going on at school, what's going on in the school. But also you got to pay attention to what's going on right there in the house. Because a lot of times, and it's not just the kids, sometimes kids are having issues with their parents. And so they go to school and they tend to be a little bit laid back and kind of on the reserved and scary side at school. But sometimes if there's bullying in the home, they'll go to school and bully. So you just have to kind of know. And then if you're the parent that's not really quite up to par as a parent, just those kids really have it. Rough. So as school officials, I know you're busy. I know you have a curriculum. I know the state wants you to do this and do that. And I know you find yourselves being nurses, not just teachers, but nurses, counselors, and things like that. And sometimes you don't have the time. But if there's any amount of decency in you at all, if you see a child that looks like they need it, because they may not be getting it at home, please offer them some degree of basically a shoulder to cry on. Please offer them some degree of that, okay? Hey, Scorpio Mama, welcome to the chat. Scorpio Mama says, hey, LionsPride mod in chat. Jordan says, I really enjoy your consistency on your channel. Thank you, Jordan. I appreciate that. I really do appreciate you saying that, because that's definitely what I love about your channel as well. That's definitely what I love about your channel as well. And believe me, it's hard. It is really hard to be consistent, especially when you work. You know, thankfully I can kind of make my own hours, but you know, we gotta work. We gotta work. And you gotta make that money. You gotta try and take care of yourself as best as you can, financially, mentally, and sad to say, but definitely financially, because financially is, you know, when people catch it financially, they can't get their bills paid. They can't get the things that they need for themselves. I'm talking about the necessities, the essentials, not just the things that we want. You know, it takes a toll on you mentally. So, you know, you have to work, or you have to have some source of good income. Scorpio Mama says, hey, thank you, Scorpio Mama. I appreciate that. Scorpio Mama says, hey, pretty legs. Thank you, Scorpio Mama. Thank you. I appreciate that. I so appreciate a lady being able to compliment another lady and not being like maybe upset about something that's just innocent. We're on here on this elliptical. We're riding Ellie. And every day we're walking. And what do you see me doing? My legs are moving. They're moving. I want people to see them move, because I want people to be encouraged to move. I get emails where people are saying, when you're walking, you're just moving, and you're telling us to walk, but I'm just looking at you move. Sometimes people they just like to see things moving. It's just like with the ASMR. You want to hear it. You like to hear it. Well, some people are visual. They like imagery. They just like doing it. And some people have told me, you know what? I did start walking. I started walking on my lunch break. So, you know, a lot of times people don't like to drop in your chat because they've seen so many things go on social media. So they'll just email you. You know, I didn't always take emails. I don't, let me tell y'all something. Emails, if you don't have an email on your channel, that can be a great thing. Okay. That can be a great thing. I know we like to have emails so that we can network and talk with each other. But, you know, some emails you just need to ignore. Okay. Don't be ashamed, or don't be afraid to just ignore some of them. You know, because, hey, just because you have an email on there doesn't mean that it's your email. But for those that you would like to correspond with, you know, you'll tend to figure out who you do and who you don't, who you should and who you shouldn't. So, you know, thank you so much for that compliment, Scorpio Mama. And thank you. You support a lot of people. You and Miss Alice, y'all support a lot of people. Jordan definitely supports a lot of people. He is not selfish at all. He's not selfish at all. Jordan will, and my thing is, support should be reciprocated. We're not going to be able to support each other all the time, or as much as we would like to. Sometimes you may see that somebody has shared you out a couple of times, or they've told somebody to check you out, and you haven't done it but like once in a week for them. But if they're understanding, and if they have a degree of intellect, they'll know that maybe they're busy this week, maybe they're busy this month, but you will see it reciprocated. Okay. And if you don't see it reciprocated, hey, if it's still in your heart to do it, just do it. Like, some people aren't like tit for tat, and some people are tit for tat. There's nothing wrong with being tit for tat when it's, you know, not in a bad way, because if somebody's not being reciprocal, you just go to somebody who is, right? Scorpio Mama says, hey, Alice, I had to get a little old house that is cheapo. I ain't kiss butt, but all my life to give all my money away. Right. That, and hey, Scorpio Mama, that's fine. That's okay. I'm about to go broke trying to give a few dollars. Scorpio Mama, look, I've known people, some of my classmates, when we were like in high school, right after we were starting college and stuff, some of them had been working for like their parents, and my parents, they just kept working. But you know, some people have been working for 20, 30 years, right? And they were still like, they were like 50 years old. Like at 50, you can still work. With the way they're increasing the retirement age, I mean, you can still work till you're like, what, another 20 years or so if you choose to. But a lot of people sold their houses They downsized, especially when it was just them and their husband or them and their wives, or it was just them. And they got apartments because they had been buying homes. And yes, the home was theirs, but they sold. I know a few people that sold the houses, and they put it with the retirement money, and they paid rent because at that point the houses were so much to take care of. Like they had the houses maybe 20, 30 years. And so I was like, why are your parents selling? And so they would be like, because every time I turn around now, there's something that needs to be fixed. There's something that needs to be done. And I'm just spending. And you guys know, like when your plumbing needs to be redone, that's going to be thousands of dollars. You get that done. Next thing you know, the AC goes out. That can be thousands of dollars. So the heat, the heating and cooling system goes out. Next thing you know, you get that done and everything's okay. A few months later, then your roof needs to be repaired. So they were just like, it was just better to rent. It was better to rent an apartment. And some of them maybe chose to rent a house, but a lot of them just chose to rent an apartment. And it was like, hey, all that maintenance stuff is on them, and all they have to do is pay their rent and their utilities. So a lot of times people try to, down talk people because they don't own a home. I'd be like, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Everybody's goal is not your goal. Everybody's dream is not your dream. And maybe that was their dream for a while, and they lived their dream. And now they just want to get into a home where they don't have to be responsible for any of the upkeep. They want to get into an apartment where they don't have to be responsible for any of the upkeep because it's much easier. They're like retired and they just want to travel, or they just want to have fun, or they just want to go get a job where they don't have to make sure that they're making a certain amount of money, just enough money to pay their bills and to do whatever they want to do without continuing to put money into a house. Because believe it or not, some of these houses, yeah, they're really, really nice, but some of them, they throw them up so quick nowadays over the past maybe 20 years or so. You just never know. You never know what you're going to end up having to repair. And it's going to most likely be in the thousands of dollars. Scorpio mama says some don't even acknowledge it. Got to pull back some. I understand. Okay, Alice, mind your business. Mind your own business. Like Tim Walk says, mind your own. Now, I don't care who you are. You can identify with that. Mind your own business. I be saying that all the time, Alice, because it's the simple things. It's the simple things we say. Just mind your own business. And for those leaders and the people in charge, y'all got it going on. Y'all got it made. Let somebody else have a little bit of something. And whatever they do in their personal lives, whatever decisions they make, that's between them and God, them and the Creator. So mind your own business. Because believe you me, that's business that God, they have to mind with God. Me too. Alice says, right, Scorpio mama. Me too, LionsPride. Scorpio mama says, LionsPride, I don't know you too much, but you cuss. Scorpio, I be trying not to on here. I be trying not to. But sometimes it's like we were talking the other day on here. We were saying, like, they say that people who curse, I think this was Tuesday too. They were saying people who curse are smart. I was like, pump your brakes, pump your brakes, pump your brakes. It depends on how they curse and when they curse, if they're smart or not. Because you got some people that just curse just to cuss. If you cuss every now and again or from time to time or even daily to let off a little steam, that's one thing. But if you cussing just to be a full out fool, that ain't too smart. That ain't too educated. That ain't too... But if you just having a little fun sometimes, you letting off some steam. Hey, and then sometimes you got to have your own type, your own way of cursing. You got to do it your own way. Alice, they talking like, everybody that cuss ain't smart now. Don't tell that lie. Because some people just be out here cussing like a fool. They just be cussing. Everything deserves a cuss word. But if you have those people who cuss when it's kind of like to blow off a little steam, when they see something that's kind of just weird, crazy, and strange, and the only thing you probably can do is cuss. Or when you're talking, it just depends on the conversation. It depends on the conversation. But you got some people out here running around talking about, people who cuss a lot, they smart. How you mean? Cuss a lot, how you mean? It depends on what you're talking about when they cuss a lot. Because I do know some people that do kind of cuss a lot, but it's not like directed at people so per se. It's not always directed at people. It's just kind of, they're just kind of silly, you know, and it might even be their jobs. Think about comedians. Comedians curse a lot. A lot of comedians curse a lot, but that's just a part of their job. And a lot of comedians are smart and savvy. A lot of them are smart and savvy. So we've been on here for an hour, you guys. I'm going to get off of here on this thoughtful, thankful Thursday. I'm thankful that you guys came on here to spend a little time with me. I appreciate you. As we all do, we're often multitasking. So if I was a part of your multitasking, I appreciate you allowing me to be a part of that multitasking that you were doing today, and continue to multitask. Now that is a reflection of a smart person to me. Someone who can multitask and get their jobs done and get them done right. That is a smart person. That's one example of how you can identify smart people. Okay, so I really truly do thank you guys for sharing some of that smartness, that knowledge, that intelligence with me, because I'm sure you were multitasking. That's what I was telling Jordan earlier. I caught most of that unboxing, but I wasn't hearing a lot of it because I was exercising. So I'm going to go back and re-listen. And you guys, I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. Look, tomorrow is Friday. And as I say a lot of times, don't push the week, okay? Don't be in such a hurry to be like, oh, I can't wait until the weekend. Because what you're doing then is you're pushing time. You know, time already flies by fast. Enjoy your Monday as if it was Friday. Of course, for those who work, it's that first day of work. It's that first day of school. Of course, you're probably not having a lot of fun at work. But just soak up your days, okay? When things are going bad at work, try to walk it off. Try to find a way to blow off steam. And look, I'm not just because I'm one of those people. I would get frustrated. My patience are still short. But social media can kind of help you with some of those things, believe it or not. As long as you stay in the right areas and do the right things and try to focus on the right things and not focus on other people so much, because people are going to people. People be peopling. People be PPL. I'll say PPLING. Peopling. Peopling. People be peopling, or PEOPLING. They be peopling, and they're going to do that. So, you know, don't rush the days so much. Don't be so eager, because a lot of people work on the weekends. So a lot of people are glad to have the weekday because they're like, they work on the weekends. They're weekend warriors. But, you know, just try to soak up each and every day. I know that sometimes we have certain things to look forward to, maybe on the weekend, that we wouldn't normally do during the week. But just take your time and soak up each day, because look at how fast this year has flown by. And we were saying the same, a lot of us who know each other, whether it was to each other or to other people on here or to your family and friends at home, we were saying how fast 2023 flew by, right? So like 2024, look at how fast we're into September. We're into September. Scorpio, right? Scorpio said people ain't shook. Okay, right, Scorpio mama. Because my thing is, a lot of times, if you don't get along with people, like my parents and my grandparents say, if you don't get along, move along. Move along. Ain't nothing wrong with moving along. But sometimes people won't let you move along. Like, sometimes people won't let you move along. And that's why I always say, a lot of people sitting around in a house right now with their husband or their wife or their significant other, whoever it is. They hadn't spoke to each other in 2, 3, 4 weeks. But people get on social media and they see you, and if you don't click with them, they can't even move around. You know, just move along. If you don't get along, just move on. But they can sit there and not speak to their kids, not speak to their spouses, not speak to their parents, or be in the same house and don't talk to somebody for weeks. But get on social media and act like they just got a clash. No, you can avoid your husband, you can avoid your wife, you can avoid some of them their kids, you can avoid your parents, and you're in the same house. But you can't avoid people. And you know, I know sometimes on social media, because people are thugs when they're typing behind somewhere you're hundreds and thousands of miles apart. I know sometimes that really makes it harder. It does. It makes it harder for you to kind of move on. But when someone says move on, then move on. Like, leave me alone, move on. It's not hard. It's not hard once you've heard those words, because that means that they are just done. Like, they're done. There's nothing else to communicate about. There's nothing else to be said. But they don't want to do that. It's like tablet, computer, laptop, phone fighting. Phone fighting. It's just waste of energy. It's phone fighting. And they're sitting right there cooking a meal for themselves and won't cook enough because they're mad at their husband. Or he won't cook enough because he's mad at his wife. And they haven't spoken in 2 weeks. And they're right there in the same house together. And they're avoiding each other. They're ignoring each other. So do the same for social media, no matter what platform it is. No matter what platform it is. So you guys, again, have a great Thursday. I appreciate you. Don't let bothered people bother you. I always end with don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out. And if you find yourself in someone's misery lounge, miserable place, their miserable spot, their miserable platform, grab your grip and go. Grab your grip and go. And like I said earlier, it's nothing wrong with a little, with a little drama. But there has to be a line. There has to be a line. And when that line is crossed and you are done, just move on. There's so much on here to do. There are so many things on here to do. So many channels to watch. I love the family channels. I love the couples channels. I love things when it relates to cars. I like the it's just a lot of different stuff on here that you can sometimes get a break from. I like to watch people play their games. I like to watch it when people sleep. Some people sleep. I don't mind watching people when they sleep live, because I think sometimes when people go to sleep when they're live, that they just want a connection. Sometimes, most of the times, those people are by themselves and they want a connection and they want to feel safe. So if I'm awake, I even watch those lives where people are sleeping, because there's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. Alice says, amen. I may have to post that LionsPride. What you gotta? Don't let bothered people bother you. That's one of my things. I'd say, don't let bothered people bother you. Don't let stressed people stress you out. Look, because that's the goal. That's the goal. So if you post that, I hope you say LionsPride, Alice. That's the goal. That is the goal for people. That is the goal. But I say that every live because I truly mean that. I truly mean that. Because if you allow people to do that, you just get your blood pressure up for nothing. You get your blood pressure up for nothing. So we want to keep those numbers down. Okay? Do the things that you can do to keep your blood pressure in check, to keep your pulse rate, your heart rate in check, to keep your cholesterol numbers in check, to keep your blood sugar numbers in check. Exercise. You don't have to be a guru. You don't have to be somebody who's just, all in just yet. Just go out and get a nice walk. Go out and get a nice walk. And for those who want to do more, you can walk, but there's a whole lot more you can do. You can walk, you can jog, you can skip, you can run, you can dance. Get up and dance as you clean up. You can get on your treadmill. You can get on your stationary bike. You can ride your bike in the neighborhood. Make sure you wear some pads and a helmet. You can, did I say get on your elliptical? You can go swimming at your local boys, girls club, YMCA, whatever you have available at your local gym or activity center. You can, there are a plethora of things you can do. You can go outside and put up a net and play tennis in your backyard. You can play badminton. You can do a lot of things. There are a lot of things that you can do. Okay. Alice says, I will definitely give you your problem. Alice, and it's so funny because I say that because that's the way I equate a lot of things, and it's just the way I talk. Just as in a way to get messages across. But you would be amazed at how many people will go and they will, because that's just, and this is I'm talking about adults. They'll hear you say something, they'll run with it if they feel like they can grow off of it, and they won't mention your name, or they'll mention your name one time, and the next thing you know, it's like, damn, it seems like everything I say is being said verbatim, or I'm seeing it on a community post verbatim, and then you ask about it, and they call you petty. I'm like, but what are you being? But what are you being? That's why I say I like originality. A lot of us are doing the same thing that a million other people are doing. But the thing about it is that you have your own spin on it. You're being original. And I set out to be original in that way. I set out to be original in that way. You have your own spin. You put your own thing on it. A million people can be walking. A million people can be on the elliptical. But I'm going to try to offer some different things that nobody else is offering. That's just me. I was raised to be that way. To be, because that's just called being you. You know, yeah, do I see things that I see people say and do? Yeah, I say it. You know, I'll say those things. Now, if they're not on social media, I don't have to necessarily acknowledge them. But if it's on social media, I'm definitely going to acknowledge them. But what I'm not going to do is just try to just kind of take it. If I know that that's their thing, I'm not going to do that. You know, and it's so sad because it's like the dime, the dollar, the penny. That's what it all boils down to at the end. People trying to figure out any way possible that they can get a dime, the dollar, the penny, the subscriber, the watch hour. And I'm like, it's amazing. It's amazing. It all boils down to them trying to figure out a way that they can get something. And it's like, be you. My thing is just to be you. Yeah, take cues from people, but be you. What you I mean, all of my childhood, my parents and grandparents told me there are things that you're gonna do alike. You know, you're gonna do things alike. But when you want to stand out and you want to be different, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be different. There's nothing wrong with wanting to stand out. You're gonna find a way to put to put you on it. You put your own stamp on things. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how most successful people become successful. You know, it's just like with Kleenex. You know, it was for a long time you couldn't use that word Kleenex, but now it's just like and the puffs, tissues and stuff like that. You know, of course, other people went and got a box and stuffed it with tissue, and now they sell it on the market. But there's when you try to compare them to Kleenex, Kleenex is always you're gonna always say, well, Kleenex is a little bit softer, or Puffs does it this way, and Puffs does it that way. So Great Value can go and throw some tissue in a box. Dollar General can throw some tissue in a box, but it's still gonna be something that stands out about Great Value. That stands out. I mean, about Great Value, but stands out about Puffs and Kleenex. That's how it is. You know, you got Bounty paper towel, you got Brawny paper towel. It's all paper towel, and at the end of the day, they all clean. Sometimes you may need a few more pieces, depending on the brand, but there's still going to be something about it. It's just like detergent. Some people, they have been stuck on Tide, and it takes a lot. That's all they've used. Some people have been stuck on Gain since it came out, and that's all they've used, because you can get Tide in different scents. You can get Gain in different scents, but you'll notice most of those scents, there's something different about them. And to some people, they're going to have their people. The Gain, they're going to have a following, and Tide's going to have a following. Even Purex. Do y'all remember the one Purex that was inexpensive back in the day? And you were just trying to get your clothes clean so that you could go to school, get your clothes clean so that you can go to class, get your kids' clothes clean so they can go to school. Some people fell in love with Purex because it had, probably didn't smell like Tide or Gain, but it had a nice enough scent at a price that was very, very reasonable, and you could get your clothes clean. Okay? You could get your clothes clean. Alice says, I just believe in treating people the way I want to be treated. Exactly. Right, Alice, right. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And I know a lot of times they say, you do good, good will come to you. You do bad, bad's going to come to you. You got some people who do good, and they're wondering, like, when is the good going to come? And you got some people, you see them doing bad, and it seems like they always getting some good. It's going to come. Okay? The good is going to come. It's going to come. Pray about it. Pray on it and claim it. Pray about it. Pray on it and claim it. Y'all hear Ellie. That's my cue. I'm going slow and she's squeaking. Look at that. Look at that. I don't hear nothing. Scorpio says, Alice, I believe that too, but it don't work, boo. Yeah, Scorpio don't be playing. Scorpio don't be playing. Scorpio says she believes that too. But you're right, Scorpio. You're right. A lot of the things that we would like to do and a lot of the ways that we would like to believe, we believe them, and we try our best to live by those things, but sometimes it's just hard. That's why I say we're all human. And sometimes you end up, acting the way somebody else wants you to act instead of the way you need to act. Because People just gonna be people. People be peopling. Alice laughing at Scorpio. Well, thank you guys again for coming through. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys on the next Let's Walk and Talk live in LionsPride. Check out the shorts table. Check out some of the rain videos, the ocean videos. I don't have as many. I took some of them down because my channel had so many videos. But the ones I kept were the short ones. I kept the short rain videos especially. And I got like a couple of short ocean videos. So check those out because people... You know, you can put something on loop and just hear it over and over. I don't like to go for hours and hours with it. Probably no more than 2 hours is my longest one. But usually it's like 10, 15 minutes, sometimes even shorter. Because most times people just want to hear the tapping, just want to hear enough to get them to kind of unwind. And the next thing you know, they're asleep, you know? So, or they're resting. So they're getting their rest. So check out the shorts table. Check out some of the videos. Check out the walk and talks. Check out the lives. We just try to be motivational. We try to uplift people, but at the same time, we are human. So it's about positivity, but don't get it twisted. People will get you twisted when you want to be positive all the time. That's sad to say, y'all, but it's the truth. It's sad to say, but it's the truth. So, you know, do what you need to do, maneuver the way you need to maneuver. And when you find yourself in a place you don't need to be, just leave. Just leave, you know, and if you don't want to leave, don't make anybody force you to leave. You know, if you're not doing anything to anybody, you know, stand on what you're doing. Stand on what you're doing. Stand on what you're doing. Scorpio says, Alice laughing. Scorpio mama says, one love. Thank you, Scorpio mama. Alice says, peace out. See you later. And Scorp says, I stay the same. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I will see you guys on the next one. Y'all have a good day. Stay safe. Keep your family safe. And if you come back through this, if you catch this replay, tell me what y'all eating in the comments. Y'all know I love to talk about eating. Tell me what y'all eating. Bye, y'all.